Today, we are going to look at 2D shapes. Now let's name those shapes. Our first shape is a circle. A circle is round and has one curved side. Every point on the plane is equidistant from the center. Next we have a semicircle. A semicircle is half of a circle and has two sides. A straight side and a curved side. We also have a sector. It is a portion of a circle and has three sides. Two straight sides, which are radii, and one curved side, which is an arc. An arc is a portion of the circumference. We then have a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is four-sided. This is a rectangle. A rectangle has four sides. Opposite sides that are equal and parallel and angles that are right angles. So for this one, you can't call it a rectangle. It has a special name. It's a square. A square has four sides that are of equal length, and four right angles just like a rectangle. Now we have a triangle. There's two ways to classify triangles. Triangles are classified by the lengths of their sides, and they are classified by the measures of their angles. Triangles have three straight sides. Therefore, they can vary in three ways. Triangles also have three angles. Now let's talk angles. An angle is the point where two rays meet. If the measure in an angle is exactly 90 degrees, we'd call it a right angle. If the measure of an angle is less than 90 degrees, we'd call it an acute angle. And if the measure of an angle is between 91 and 179 degrees, we'd call it an acute angle. Think that acute just means sharp and obtuse just means wide. So, the first triangle that can be classified by the lengths of its sides, is the equilateral triangle. That has three sides that are of equal length. Now we have a triangle that has two sides that are of equal length. So that is an isosceles triangle. We also have a triangle that has three sides that are of unequal length. So that is a scalene triangle. Again, Triangles are also classified by the measures of their angles. This triangle has one right angle, so it's a right triangle. This one has one obtuse angle, so it's an obtuse triangle. And the other triangle that can be classified by the measures of its angles has all angles acute. So that is an acute triangle. Now, let's look at polygons with greater than 4 sides. Alright. We have the pentagon. A polygon with 5 sides. This is a hexagon. A polygon with 6 sides. A polygon with 7 sides is called a heptagon. It's otherwise called a septagon. A polygon with 8 sides is called an octagon. That's not far from an octopus, which has 8 legs. A polygon with 9 sides is called a nonagon. A polygon with 10 sides is called a decagon. A polygon with 11 sides is called a hendecagon. A polygon with 12 sides is called a dodecagon. A 13-sided polygon is called a tridecagon. A 14-sided polygon is called a tetradecagon. A 15-sided polygon is called a pentadecagon. A 16-sided polygon is called a hexadecagon. A 17-sided polygon is called a heptadecagon. An 18-sided polygon is called an octadecagon. A 19-sided polygon is called an enneadecagon. It's also called a nonadecagon. A 20-sided polygon is called an icosagon. A 21-sided polygon is called an icosahedron. A 22-sided polygon is called an icosahedron. A 23-sided polygon is called an icosatrigon. A 24-sided polygon is called an icosatetragon. And now, we will look at other curved 2D shapes. Here we have an annihilus. An annihilus is a shape made up of two concentric circles. This is an oval. It's a closed curve that looks like an egg. One end is pointier than the other. This is an ellipse. An ellipse is a shape traced by a point moving in a plane so that the sum of its distances from two focal points is constant. An ellipse looks like a circle that has been flattened and also has one curved side. Both ends are exactly the same. This is a crescent. A crescent is the curved sickle shape of the waxing or waning moon and has two sides, both of which are curved. It looks like a circle, with a bite taken out of it. And this shape is called a heart. Its symbols love and also have two sides, both of which are curved. Now, we had the rectangle, and the square. A rectangle had four sides. Opposite sides that are equal and parallel and four angles that are right angles. A square had four sides that are of equal length and four angles that are right angles. Now there are other possibilities of a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral can have two pairs of parallel sides. Opposite sides are equal. So that is a parallelogram. A quadrilateral can have all of its sides of equal length. But the angles do not have to be right angles. So that is a rhombus. Now, here, we have a quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel sides. Two sides are parallel while the others are not. We call this a trapezoid. This is what it's called in the United States as always. But, it's called a trapezium in the United Kingdom as always. And the next possibility of a quadrilateral is to have no pairs of parallel sides and all of its sides of unequal length. This is always called an irregular quadrilateral in the United Kingdom and can be called a trapezium in all other parts of the world. And then our last quadrilateral has two pairs of equal adjacent sides. That is a kite.